Hello and good morning. My name is Rafiq Aiman bin Abdul Razak. So today, me and my partner will talk about self-isolation and social distancing. First of all, for me, self-isolation is very important as it will reduce the possibilities of the virus to be spreaded to other people. Next is not everyone love to being isolated from others, as by being isolated they were unable to move around, such as go shopping, enjoying their life, doing their daily routine and having fun. Last but not least, for me, self-isolation is very important as you can save lots of money when they are being isolated in their own house rather than be isolated in the hospital or the hall where they need to pay the money for the daily time when they are in the isolation room. So Muhammad Halimi, what are you think about social distancing?
Okay, for me, social distancing is very important right now because it is a way to control the spread of COVID-19. Many ways we can control COVID-19 from spread anywhere, such as avoid being in a crowded place, distance yourself from others, and most importantly, sit at home if you are unwell. We need to break the chain of COVID-19 rather than continue to spread because this virus causing the death of many people.
So Muhammad Alimi, can I know your opinions about the approach?
The approach I take is to let the community know how important this social distancing was especially important when the COVID-19 is spreading. The purpose of the government encouraging us to the social distancing and follow up standard operating procedure (SOP) is to avoid getting such infection. This is when you are infected with the virus, it can cause that because there is still no cure that can cure it. Today we rely on vaccine as the body only antibodies. Basically, the closer we are to COVID-19 positive, the higher the risk for us to getting infected. Utmost priority is to make sure safety for ourselves and family. This factor is one of the criteria used by MOH health workers in the field to track close contact with COVID-19 patient. And how about you, my friend? To you elaborate to elaborate your approach into your self isolation.
For the approach, I have chose logos, as logos are based on the actual cases, actual fact and proof. So basically, logos are based on the comparison, analogy and metaphor. So my partner, can you explain about the cause, effect and solution for your social distancing?
Many effect if social distancing is not followed up by humans, is not follow up this SOP by the government, such as can cause daily case to be higher, and it's difficult to break the chain of COVID-19 virus infection. And also self-attitude can cause more others to become infected. So how how about solution, problem solution to solve this problem, to solve the breaking chain of COVID-19. I give you three method, three ways to break the chain of COVID-19. Number one, maintain social distancing at least 1 or 2 meter from others. Second, avoid gathering in crowded areas. And three, always use a mask every time out of the house, and always use sanitizer every time it comes in you touch with an object. And how about you, Rafiq?
The cause and the solution for self-isolation. The cause, if you are not doing self-isolation by yourself, is that you can or might infected your parents, such as your father, your mother, and if you are having a baby, you might infected them too, as this type of peoples having higher chance to be infected by the virus. Next is, if you are not doing the self-isolations, the numbers of the percentage of the virus, the numbers of the percentage of people that are being infected may be higher than usual, and it can be difficult for us, for the governments, for the health organization to settle them. So the problem to self-isolation is, if you are having the symptom of COVID-19 such as flu and others, you should start isolate yourself from other people in your own room or house. By doing that, you are lowering the chances of others to be infected by the COVID-19 virus. So my partner, can you give me 3 main points to support your argument?
Why we need to follow SOP, follow the rule or guideline by the government given? Because if the case can break, COVID-19 can infection many people. Without social distancing, we know case will increase so dramatically, and it is so difficult to control. Without social distancing also will affect the national economy, and many business entities suffer loss, and also without social distancing, PKP or PKPB will continue to be implemented throughout the country, include various measures that will restrict production and consumption activity that will affect the people. So COVID-19 is the danger, and we must to take this issue seriously, and we must to help government and help MOH to break the chain of COVID-19. Thank you for me.
So without self-isolation, we are unable to help the government to reducing the numbers of people being infected by COVID-19 and to stop it from spreading to other people. So the first point is, without self-isolation, we are having the potential to have highest numbers of COVID-19 patients, and by that we are unable to stop it from spreading, and everyone have and had to adopt the situation and live with that, such as doing social distancing and wearing masks in public place. Next is, without self-isolation, our country will have higher numbers of dead patients from COVID-19. When we are looking at our country, the numbers of people that are having potential to easily get infected by the COVID-19 virus are highest, as we are having lots of old people and kids in this country. Last but not least, with the increasing numbers of patients and unstable and uncontrolled cases of COVID-19, it would be pity for the health staff, as they are having lots of work to do and unable to have more rest, as they need to control the COVID-19 patient, to control the COVID-19 virus, and to stop it from spreading in this country.